Hey, welcome back to the channel. Now today is another camper walk around day. We're going to be handing over this camper to the customer tomorrow, so I wanted to get a quick walk around video done just to really show you what we've done with this camper. So what I want to do is jump outside the van in a second, and I'm going to show you around the external part of the van and talk through the actual base vehicle and the model of the van itself. And then I'll jump back in here and I'll talk through all the colours and the spec inside the camper as well. So just to give you a little bit of a backstory on this van. So we bought this van directly from VW about 6 weeks ago now, and then we marketed this van as a base vehicle plus the conversion package. So our customer bought this van when it was a base vehicle, but we had already chosen most of the materials and the spec on this particular van when he bought it. We did make a couple of little changes, and we've also added a couple of extras to the van for our customer. But we essentially chose all the colours and the spec on this van. And when we choose the spec on a camper, we tend to try and keep them fairly low key. We don't go overboard with the colours or do anything too outlandish. We try to keep them quite classy, and we stick to the kind of greys and blacks and things like that. So do let us know what you think to the interior spec on this van in the comment section below. So I'm going to jump outside the van now and we can get started. Okay, here we are. So I'm going to stand back from the van a little bit just so you can see it from a distance. Quite a few vehicles up here today, so we don't have much room. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a view from a distance. So this is a 2022 VW T6.1. Okay, the colour is Indium Grey. We haven't done too many Indium Grey vans recently, but during the summer we did lots and lots of Indium Grey vans. And I would probably say this is the most popular VW transporter colour. It's the one we get asked for the most, along with the pure grey and also the Ascot grey. So this van is a tailgate van. Okay, it's done about 16,000 miles. It's got 2 years VW warranty, so it's a really, really solid base vehicle. Now this van has had the Platinum package. So again, if you haven't seen any of our videos before, I'll just quickly talk you through what you get with the Platinum. So the Platinum package comes with some brand new 20-inch wolf race alloys and brand new tyres. You get the gloss black side steps on each side of the van, and then we also fit a colour-coded rear spoiler on the back there just to give it a bit more of a sporty look from the back. And we also lower the van by about 40mm. This van's been done by 40mm. Sometimes we do it by 30mm. It really depends on what the customer wants and how low they want it. But lowering the van does make a difference. It means you can get into garages and car parks a little bit easier. And we also think it looks a bit better. It just gives it a slightly lower look, a little bit more sporty, and a little bit less like a van. So if I come around to the front of the van, you'll see we fitted a gloss black front splitter on the front. That is part of the gold and the Platinum package, which I think looks really, really nice on the T6.1. It gives it a nice low look at the front. So I'll just come around this side a little bit. We haven't really got much space around this side. But again, we've fitted privacy glass windows all the way around, like on all of our campers. You've got an opening window above the kitchen area here. And then on this van we've fitted a black scenic canvas, so that canvas does pull right back so you can open the roof up, and then we've got a black roof top. Now we only fit West Stubbs roofs on all of our vans. They're really, really good quality. They've got a 5-year warranty, and I think they look really nice compared to some other roofs that are out there on the market. So let's walk around this side a little bit. This is your hookup point here. So this is where you plug in your cable to hook up at the campsites. And then something I've not talked about before is where the water comes out of the sink. So we drain the water from the sink underneath the van here. If you look underneath there, you'll see the outlet for the diesel heater, but there's also a little pipe on the left there, and that is where all the waste comes out of the sink. When you take the plug out of the sink, that's where it all drains out. And because it's only washing up water, it's normally not a problem at all. Okay, so what I'll do now is I'll open up the boot for you just so you can have a look inside the tailgate and see what the bed looks like from behind. Okay, here we are. So this is the back of the rock and roll bed, and I'm going to talk through the upholstery in a minute. So you've got a nice big cupboard space underneath the bed here, which goes from the back of the van all the way down to the front of the bed there. So that's the largest storage space you've got in the van. But we have increased the depth and the length of that door now. So that door now is as wide as the actual bed frame. So it does maximise the amount of access you've got into that cupboard door, which does really help. And then you've got the back of the wardrobe here, which is a decent sized cupboard in there to store things in there. And then you've also got a cupboard at the bottom here where we store the leisure battery, but you've got quite a bit of space in there to store things as well. And then because it's had the Platinum package, you've also got the van shades blind on the back window as well. And you've got van shades inside the van on all the windows as well, which I'm going to show you in a second. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is jump inside the camper, and I'm going to talk through all the colours and the spec and everything else that we've put on this camper. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about the upholstery. So the upholstery is called Schwartz, and this is probably the most popular colour that we use on the upholstery now. We used to use the light grey graphite quite a lot on most of our campers, but it seems to have dropped out of fashion a little bit with our customers. They tend to like these Schwartz seats, and they are a very, very dark grey. verging on black, but it's called Schwartz. And the customer's gone for the ribbed style, which we really like, with the black stitching and the black VW logos, so they don't stick out too much, they're not too in your face, it's just nice and subtle, and I really do like the look of this black seat with the black stitching and black VW logos. But do let us know what you think to these seats, just put it on the comment section below. And then with regards to the furniture, this is probably my #1 favourite colour in the range, and this is the dark grey matte. So it's not a gloss finish, it's not shiny, it's the matte finish, and it's got the dark grey trim inside the drawer and the cupboards, as you can see. And then we've gone for the silver metalwork, so the silver handles and the silver trim on the side of the wardrobe. You can choose matte black metalwork, so you can have matte black handles and trim if you want, which also looks really nice with the black seats. But we chose to kind of keep it a bit lighter with the silver metalwork. Then you've got the double gas burner and the cold water sink there, and then a nice sized cutlery drawer below, and then a Dometic fridge with a freezer compartment there, which is a really good quality fridge, and it's a nice size as well. And then your gas and your water are stowed away in the cupboard below there, nice and neatly out of the way. And then with regard to the power, you've got your leisure battery power unit there, so you power your water and your lights from that unit there, and obviously you turn on the leisure battery there. And then you've got your two 240 volt sockets and then 2 USBs there. So those sockets will only work when you're hooked up at a campsite, but we can fit an inverter if you do want to use 240 volts off grid, but that has got limitations, but we can do that. And then the little dial there is for the diesel heater. So all of our Platinum vans have a diesel heater as standard in the package. So you just turn it on and off there, and then the warm air comes out that little vent just behind the driver's seat. And then with the van shades, these are called Raven. I think these are the Raven colour, which are a kind of really dark grey, verging on a greeny type colour, which I think looks really nice with this with these matte units. So you get one above the kitchen area, you get one on the back door there, and then you get one on each of these windows on this side of the van as well. And they block out the light really well, and they really do look really nice, I think, inside the van. And then with regard to the front of the van, this van did come with a double seat, like most vans do. Virtually all vans that we buy from VW come with a double passenger seat as standard. It's quite rare that you find one with a single as standard. So we did actually take the double out, and we replaced this one with a single captain seat. Obviously, we then reupholstered this to match the rock and roll bed, and the same again with the driver's seat. So it really is personal preference. Some people do like the double because it means you can have more people in the van, and it's a bit cosy at the front there. Plus, you do get some storage space inside a double passenger seat. Plus, with the double passenger, we do fit a sliding swivel on it, so it does slide out into the van, so you can pull it right up to the table. Whereas the single seat is on a swivel, obviously, but it doesn't slide out, it stays in that position. But the main benefit, and the reason most people want a single, is because they are a bit comfier to sit on long journeys rather than being too elevated on the double. And it does mean you can get in and out of the back of the van without getting out of the van. So you can slide between the driver's seat and the passenger seat, and if it's really, throwing it down with rain or whatever, and you don't want to get out the van, you can just slide through there. So that is one of the big bonuses of a single seat. Plus, it's, like I say, a bit more comfortable. But another downside of a single seat is they are expensive. So if we take one out, if we take a double seat out and replace it, you're looking at around £1,200 plus VAT for that single seat. And the main reason for that is because they are in demand. People are taking doubles out and replacing it with singles, so there are less out there. It just boils down to supply and demand. And then with regard to the flooring, there's a little bit of muck on the floor because it's really wet day today. But this flooring is called Dolphin. It's the colour that we choose most of the time. It's a nice grey colour. It's dark enough not to show up too much dirt. It's really, really hard wearing Altro flooring, and I think it looks good with this particular colour layout. And then of course we fitted the solid oak worktops and table. We do fit that in most of our vans. Most of our customers do choose this. This is real solid oak. It's really good quality. It will last a lifetime. And I just think this oak gives the camper a slightly more kind of superior look to most campers that you see out there, which are kind of glossy plastic units. I think this oak looks really, really nice. So tell us what you think to the interior of the van. Do you like this colour combination that we've chosen? It is quite low key. It's not too in your face. It's not very diversive. We try and keep it as appealing as we can to our customers. But again, we'd love to know what your thoughts are. Okay, so that's it for my little walk around of this amazing camper. Please do let us know what you think to it in the comment section below. And if you are in the market for a VW camper, either before Christmas or into the new year, we do have 3 available base vehicles. 2 of them we're already working on and are quite near to completion. We have a black van and also a pure grey van. The pure grey van is an automatic. It's a 22 plate with a tailgate. It's a beautiful van. It's going to look amazing when it's finished. And the black one is very, very close to being finished. And we've also just bought a white van that we're going to be turning into a 2-tone camper in January. So if you want a really new van, it's a 23 plate, it's a T6.1 with a tailgate, and that is slotted in for a conversion early January, and you can choose what colour paint you want on the two-tone and all the colours and all the styles and extras that you want inside the van. So all of those vans, all those available base vehicles are on our website, which is highlifecampers.co.uk. Just head to the sales page in the menu and you'll see details of all of those vans. And if you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do that, because I do share regular walkarounds just like this one of all the finished campers that we've got, as well as all the base vehicles we're getting through. Plus I do answer a lot of questions, a lot of newbie questions about campers on our YouTube channel, and we've got over 100 videos in the channel. So if you haven't visited the channel yet, make sure you go and have a look through all the videos, because I probably do answer any questions that you've got. We've also got a couple of guides that you might want to download. One is our conversion spec guide, where we lay out all 4 of our conversion packages plus the prices. And then the other one is our VW camper buyer's guide, where we talk through the kind of process of buying a camper. And I'll put links to both of those guides in the section below this video on YouTube. If you've got value from this video and you've enjoyed the content, please also consider hitting that like button, and I will see you in the next video. Speak soon.